Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today with a flip through of a flea market style traveler's notebook that I've completed. This one is called Pretty Singing Bird Has Left Her Cage, and it has this beautiful image here with a white swan and this very fairy-esque kind of woman and butterfly. On the back it says now and then. Lots of fun collage. And this is a fabric binding. It is a single signature notebook journal, and it is tied closed with some vintage seam binding that is threaded through some metal eyelets. So we'll just open it up here. So here we have an inside bureau style tuck spot. It says beautiful animals. And then inside you will see a large piece of stationery. This is made from a beautiful children's book page. And on this side we have a 1957 vintage photo of this beautiful woman in a sailboat. Some floral paper here and this journal tag. It has some fun nature study written on the back, but it can be journaled on top of. This side we have this vintage napkin that's been decoupaged and a floating pocket with some beautiful butterfly stationery. This is a fabric flip with an embroidery, and it is on top of some vintage graph paper. And then a little collage here and some stenciling. This is a children's book page. And on this side, a pocket. And inside the pocket, this large altered envelope. It has an acetate window, a large dragonfly, a little map on back, more writing space here, and then a free-form so behind the journal card you have this beautiful owl, and then this is the journal card. It's like a free-form shape of this flowery crab, and it just pops in here so that when it's inside you see not the owl but the crab. And then this is a Peekaboo floral page, so this has been cut away so you can see the flowers here. This is black walnut paper for writing, and then the avocado paper is beneath it. This is an altered envelope that has 3 slits full of little tiny sweet journaling cards, things made from Richard's scary books, little bird and floral stamps, little tags, lots of fun things to either use in the journal throughout as ephemera that you can glue down, or you can write on these individual things. Then in behind we have a secret pocket that's holding onto this fun journal card of this sprouting kind of person, and it has some embroidery thread, and it's actually like a floating pocket as well. It's open to put something inside of, but there's lots of journaling space on back. And then this is a Grey's Anatomy page with some dyed parchment paper on top for that fun crinkly sound. And then we have avocado dyed ledger paper. That's the back and the front. We have this vintage fabric ruffle. This is purple construction paper with a little collage cluster at the bottom, and this little label style journal card. This tab says apple trees. Vintage children's book page that pops out there, and then a book page pocket that's been coffee dyed, and I've added this moth. And then in behind, some nice bright orange paper. This is a tag that's made from these very aristocratic looking ladies. It's a sample tag, so you take the colors in the photo and you stitch 3 fabrics there to kind of accent the tag. There's some nice gold ribbon up top. And this side is an altered paper bag, and it has this beautiful seal, wax seal of this bee. And then it has kind of recurring themes. So the paper used in behind is used to embellish. There's this bee tape, and then the paper bag, of course. So you open up this tab, where there's more additional writing space. And then there's two pockets back here that both have some fun stationery, blue dyed paper with the same paper used to create a nice firm insert. And then down here we have more little journaling space. A sprayed page with more of the floral paper. This is made from College Rule, and it's vintage yearbooks that I've used to create this page. So in the pocket we have this fun girl from this high school, and this is a journal card as well. Then this is a greeting card about Oak Ridge's moraine, some beautiful artwork, and a stamp of a mushroom. And this is a little pocket made from a very old little book page, and it's an index page, and it has black walnut dyed paper behind it. And then inside we have this cute vintage photo of this woman holding her baby. 4 months, Marg Coley Slack with her mom, Nanny Vera Kohler. Very cute. And like a folk art cow here. This is a wallpaper applique. And then this rounded page with Jeremy Bullfrog from Beatrix Potter. And then a waterfall of scrapbook pages. And this beautiful thistle here on this calendar page. It's a botanical calendar. And then this is a very old children's book page from this really cute book called Patsy Twins and Pan. It's like a very old children's book. And the center of it here, we have this, so there's this doily stitched up here with a wooden butterfly button on a bulb pin. And then this is the center, the two girls and their dog here. And then there they are again, more of the calendar. And the waterfall of pages, and then this little fabric tab on this blue paper, and a little fabric cluster up here with some stamped eye spectacles, and then a little stamp of fabric on black walnut dyed paper. And this is a pocket made from a vintage book cover. It says, "I flash only sun and click an endless blue of weight." And then there are some paint samples that are blank on back for writing, and a children's word card that says "some," also writing space. And then a floral envelope that flips out here. We have a collage of birds, and inside the envelope, more beautiful birds, my favorite birds, the magpies. And it's on black paper, so you could do some fun like gel pen writing. And then the 10 of Swords tarot card and another mushroom stamp. And here we have some packaging paper and this little sticker of this cute like little doll girl holding a doll. And then more of the College Roll paper and the yearbook. This is what I'm calling my breakup card. So it's a vintage image of a couple from a vintage yearbook, and it's been purposely cut in half, and you can write on the back, and it is stitched back together. This side we have like a yearbook proof image, and it is on there with a vintage paper clip. And this is Lynn Sosnowski. Her quote is, "Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." And there is writing space on the back. Just put that back on here. Oops. There we go. And then a brown paper bag, more of the brown paper bag, used as a side tuck, and some stationery of butterflies on some sprayed paper. And that just tucks on in there. There we go. And then more of that bloom paper, more of the paper bag, some brads up here, and this flips up. We have this fun tab here, and then more journaling space on blue paper. So there are two fabric collage tabs on the side. And then this is some vintage ledger that's been avocado dyed, and it says songs and music, and there's a little butterfly stamp. And then a vintage DIY upper tuck pocket with a fish hiding back there. And then this is a journal card that's like an upper tuck with some fabric at the bottom and some vintage paper and field guide birds on it. And this is a little Three of Voices tarot card here, and it's on Grey's Anatomy paper with this journal card of, these are all from Vintage Yearbook, and I've just poked their eyes to make it a funny kind of googly-eyed tag. And then this is a vintage advertisement from the Bread Bin, an all-purpose variety store to supply you with all your essentials. This is from like a 1960s newspaper. And then here we have this beautiful piece of botanical stationery and a little bit more collaging on this avocado dyed paper, and then a little notepad over here with a button and some lace up top, some fun papers for tearing or writing on, totally up to you. Then we have a children's book page with a pocket collage down here with flowers, and this is an audience card. It is some handmade paper, writing space on back and front, and then these vintage people from an old book. And these are, I guess these are like the enemies of the gnomes in this children's book. It's very cute. And then more of that children's book. It's like the inside of the house of a gnome. And then here we have some stenciling and a fabric tab. And that's on graph paper, and then a pocket here with a stitched on bird. And this is actually a coin roller paper, an old one from like a bank. So I'll pop that in here. Just get it all the way down inside that pocket. And then we have a fabric, or lace rather, pocket over to the side on this decoupage napkin. And then this is a vintage postcard, Gorge of the Columbia River, Oregon. And it is written on back. And on this side we have an altered paper clip of like a little girl under an umbrella from a vintage children's book, more floral paper, and this cute little journal card with this little chick. So that just pops on in here. And then on the back here we'll see another little bureau style tuck with some Modigliani here and a mushroom and some butterflies. And then this is from a vintage magazine called Fleur. It's I believe from Holland, and it's these beautiful birds. And that is the end of this journal. So thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in this journal or some of my other journals that are of a similar style, I have posted them in my Etsy shop, and you can find the link to my Etsy, which is Studioloo, down below in the description box. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment and or message me on Etsy, and I'd be happy to chat with you. So thank you again for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye for now.